Hi guys, this is Celeste. It has been a while. We have been spending some time recovering from the 3 hurricanes we had come through this year and doing some home repairs and trying to find roofers and all that stuff. But I'm going to give a little update of our mango bloom. So hopefully the weather will keep cooperating and we'll have a good crop of mangoes this year. It's been very dry, but the mangoes are all flowering, pretty much all of them. This is lemon zest. It's full of bloom. And this is a cogs haul that we had. Craig was top working to Allen Parbanishan, and that graft broke off during Hurricane Ian. And we basically gave up, and so it's just cogs haul again this year. They're not terrible if you eat them early. I don't like them if you let them get really ripe though. This is Pickering. It's a little bit later blooming than the others. I don't think Craig has ever pruned this tree, and it's probably been in the ground 12 or 13 years maybe. Our Allen Parbanishan is not flowering yet. This one's not on any kind of irrigation, so I probably should set like a little hose on it. This is P22. This is one of the few trees that I planted as a larger tree. It was, I think, a 15-gallon from Incredible Edibles Landscape. And we had just had some cold weather. We had lost some trees with a freeze. So if you're kind of borderline in the area, it's probably better to get a little bit bigger, more established tree because they can handle the cold better. So that's what I did with this one. Was just I didn't want to mess with it. I didn't want to fool with having to wait. And it's done really well. It fruited the first year and every year since it's been in. This is Dwarf Hawaiian that's really dry. This is another one I need to set a hose on. That little wood thing in the back, Craig's been making this movable fencing for the tortoises so they can kind of come out and eat areas that haven't been grazed on, and he can move it down each section. This is Pope Ukulele or lemon meringue, and it's got a good amount of flowers on it. I did go through, even though we were super busy with home remodeling and stuff, I made sure to take care of the mangoes. That was a priority of mine, to get a good crop this year to help pay for a lot of the home repairs. This is Namdok Mai. And there's also a branch of Sunrise, I think, and I think that's what these flowers are. And then the older ones with little fruits on them are Namdok Mai. Craig did go through and spray with sulfur about a week ago. This is Valencia Pride. It's just starting to flower. It's a very vigorous grower. We lost our big gem longan in the hurricane, so that's gone. This is Harvest Moon Mango, full of flowers. This one has a couple. It has dot on it. It has Kesar. I think there might be Karen Michelle on it. But no flowering yet. I need to give this one some other fertilizer. I was going to give it some manganese, I think is what it might need. This is M4. Looks like we lost the sign during one of the hurricanes. This is Coconut Cream. Craig went through right before Hurricane Milton because we got a direct hit from it, and pruned out the middle of some of our favorite mangoes. So he pruned out the Coconut Cream for me, and it did great. I know my dad's Coconut Cream snapped at the graft line during the hurricane, and like the whole tree ended up somewhere totally different. But ours did great. And it's flowering. It actually had some earlier blooms on it too, but I don't see those now, so I'm not sure. Oh, there's one. So no fruit set on that, so it might have just been male flowers. And there's another one. No fruit. This is a little sugarloaf that has struggled a lot. This is a little honey-kissed, and I'm really bad when I really like a fruit, if it sets a fruit, letting it hold it, and I'm definitely not going to do that this year. I love this fruit. I want the tree to grow. I want to have many more fruits in the future. So I'll be removing all these flowers once they set fruit. I'm going to give it a little more time, kind of hoping that it won't flower again this year. This is orange sherbet, which we planted way too close to Keck, which makes me think that maybe I planted this. Craig's really good at mango tree spacing. I'm not. I tend to look at things kind of the size they are when I plant them rather than how big they'll get. But orange sherbet's flowering. The Keck tree behind it is flowering. And then this is where we're going to put a high tunnel. We're thinking about maybe growing vanilla. Let's see, back here we have the Queenie, the Mangifera odorata. And it's looking pretty scraggly. Our neighbor had some really big eucalyptus that fell and took out the whole fence. It's like all the fences down back here. The Edawani and some different trees back here, they're coming back, but there's basically an entire eucalyptus tree down on the ground near those. I don't recommend planting eucalyptus. I know a lot of people use them for chop and drop. I think anything that's like invasive or just doesn't do well here, I don't want to plant in case something happens to me. I don't want to leave that for somebody else to deal with and have it get really large. This is Ugly Betty. It has a lot of vines. We need to prune out all that mess behind it. I had a chocolate tree here. It actually had fruit on it. It was going to have fall fruit. And this is how we found it, that little stump. And we don't know where the tree went. So it went somewhere else's yard during Hurricane Milton. And this is Valkyrie, full of flowers. This is the ice cream. This is the other tree that Craig really cut back. We love this fruit. It's probably one of our favorites, and we just want to make sure that we didn't lose the tree. So it has some flowers starting. They're not really out yet. This is our sweet tart mango. Sweet tart for us has bared every other year, it seems like. So looks like we're gonna get some fruit this year. Fruit punch is flowering, I think, better than it's ever flowered before. And cotton candy too. You can see how dry it's been. The loquat tree, really sad looking. Our neighbors lost a big oak tree, I think in Hurricane Debbie in August. So that's letting a lot more afternoon light in this area. So I'm hoping the mangoes do well with that. This is a struggling 015, and I'm trying to think what this is. A lot of our signs disappeared. This, I think, is Allen Parvanishan. I'll double check. This little tree is Sugarloaf, and Sugarloaf has not produced for us. It produced the first year. This is one of those where I love the fruit. I let it fruit the first year, and then that's the last fruit I got off the tree. So that's why I will be taking the flowers off the honey kiss. This is our peach cobbler tree. Not a huge fan of the fruit. They're hit or miss. I gave it a lot more nutrients, like different nutrients this year, to just see if the fruit would have a little bit better, more consistent quality. So this one tends to always be a huge producer. It's a very vigorous growing tree. It tends to have a little bit of that crazy twisted growth in parts of it too. This is Super Alfonso. This tree has produced pretty well for being a young tree. I still need to go through with gloves and get all the Spanish moss out of the tree. Other than like hurricane destruction, the annoying part afterwards is cleaning all the Spanish moss off the trees. Pina colada, this one I think fell over during one of the hurricanes. I'm trying to think which one. It might have been in Milton, but anyway, it's up right now, and it's struggling, but it's probably going to put out some flowers this year. Glen didn't produce well for us last year, but it has a decent amount of fruit on it. Or not fruit, I'm sorry, flowers on it right now. So this is a great, Glen's probably one of my favorite. Like if you were just going to get one mango tree and you want it to taste like a mango, like a classic peachy mango, and you don't want a lot of disease issues, Glen is one of my favorites for that. This is Maha Chinook. It did not flower, I don't think, even last year, but it's flowering this year. And then we planted a Bombay. I don't remember when. All the years are running into each other lately, it seems like. But I'm hoping this one will flower this year. I think it's big enough to hold a few fruit. And this is our struggling little Sussy Love. Just gonna let this one, if it does flower, I'm not gonna let it hold anything. I'm another Sussy Love in a pot. I also have Pineapple Pleasure in a pot I'm gonna put in the ground. Cara Michelle. Orange Essence. I'm trying to think what else I was going to add. Jumbo Quesar. There might have been one or two others. And I'm looking to get another Chacanon because I really like that fruit. I know a lot of people don't. I enjoy Chacanon, so I'm hoping I can get another tree to put in the ground. But anyway, that's an update. Those are our mango trees, and thanks for watching. Bye.